Hi, Carrie here. I hope you're doing well. I'm here in my RV. Things are looking up. I hope things are looking up for you too. It's 2020, so I would say it's a year of clear vision. So, um, you're probably wondering why I have a foam bat over there. That is my foam bat for my emotional clearing, which I'm about to delve right back into, just dive right in to that muck. But that's my foam bat for my emotional clearing. Just use your imagination because it gets ugly. But anyway, so I have a topic for today. I've been like having a lot of thought about my soul and how our souls function. Um, Over here in America, I mean, there's really not, I mean, we should be taught how this works and not just like guess at it. And then when we start to get in contact with our soul, then we, kind of seem crazy to everybody. That's just kind of what I've experienced. But yeah, so the topic of this video is uh, hang on. It's family human of soul navigation. So soul navigation is the topic. If I can hold on, I was writing stuff down today. So where did I get that phrase, family human of soul navigation? I actually heard a voice tell me that. And I know how that sounds. Oh my God, hearing voices. That's crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's actually normal. Is this the... I swear I was writing it in this. I don't know what... I'm just sitting here flipping through and there's nothing written down. Okay, here we go. That's crazy. We're not supposed to hear voices. You should go take your medication. Okay, go ahead and click off this channel if that's what you really think, because that's bullshit. Yeah, there's a major stigma with that, man, and I don't like hear voices telling me you should go burn that house down over there, or you're so ugly and fat and disgusting. I don't hear that. I'm not gonna just, you know, toss that away and by saying, "Oh, that's demons. That you're demon possessed." If you're hearing that, because there's a lot more to it. If you're hearing stuff like that, you might want to start doing some soul retrieval, inner child healing work. I know for this next year, that's my biggest goal, is healing my poor inner child, man, because let me tell you, when our soul fragments off, and that's what this video is about, there's a lot of things that can happen. I would recommend reading about soul retrieval before you do anything else. Okay, so I heard this voice, man. Let me tell you, I woke up, and it's usually whenever I'm in between I believe it's called, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, hypnagogia. I could spell it, but anyway, it's when you're in between the waking and sleeping. You know, you're in that state and you're real relaxed. I see black and purple swirl, sometimes a little green in there, and then I'll start hearing it. And it's usually every night. Sometimes I hear complete phrases and I'm like, oh, that was weird, and I'll write it down or whatever. This was one of those. But I woke up in the morning, and before I even opened my eyes, I heard a voice. It was really monotone, almost like I want to say robotic, but it sounded almost like a gray, like if you could imagine what they would sound like. It said, good morning, family human of soul navigation. And of course, that got my attention. I opened my eyes. I'm like, what was that? Like, what did I just hear? And, what does that even mean? Well, I've thought about that a lot, and it really kind of put in perspective what I'm doing here, because a long time, like, I would say maybe 3 years ago, I had a dream where I was talking to a blonde man. Um, I'm going to say he was Pleiadian because he had that vibe, but he was one of my guides, and that's how he appeared to me. And he held up a board, like a whiteboard with a bunch of writing on it, and at the very bottom it said afterlife communication. And that scared me. I was like, afterlife communication? And just what that, the whole thing about death and what that means for a human in a body. Uh, it's so confusing to me, and I think that really terrified me for a long time, but lately I'm starting to put that a little bit more in perspective, because death, it really, I don't really think it is what we believe it is, and that's really kind of why I'm doing this video today. So yeah, I've been having dreams of other lifetimes for quite some time. I did a blog entry in a video a couple of months ago called Visiting My Parallel Lives, where I talk at length about some other realities that I visited. One of them involves me coming down, and I'm going to briefly describe this to you. If you want to know the full details of these experiences, go and see that blog, or listen to the video, watch the video. But so I go into this apartment, and it's like I just appear there, and I'm like, okay, I can see everything clearly. I'm in this room. There's a made bed. I go through the hall. There's pictures on the wall. I go into the living room, and there on the it was like a bar area, and where the in between where the kitchen and the living room is, and there's a 8x10 photo with some stickers over the two faces. There was a big one and a little one, and I went over there and I started to peel the sticker off the big one, and it was me, only I was younger, I was more thin, the bone structure looked a little different, to tell you the truth, but it was me, and I mean, that's for sure. And I had long, like, dark hair, and I'm like, okay, that's me. And I pulled the sticker off the little one, and it's a boy. And I was instantly like, oh my God, where's my daughter? Where's my kid? And that panic started to set in. Well, it was apparently this version of mine. It was my son in this other reality. Well, I go to the bedroom, and I'm like sobbing. The little boy's bedroom is decorated in blue, everything, baseball stuff. And I'm going, where's Callista? Oh my God. And I'm sobbing. Well, I hear a voice. It said it twice, really clear. It's her soul. It's her soul, Carrie. And they wanted me to calm down. Whoever, I say they, like this, this weird, ominous they. But it was a guide there with me, wanted me to know, hey, this is her soul. Calm down. But I wouldn't calm down. I was freaking out about it, about her not existing or whatever in that reality. Now, just maybe 6 months ago, not even, I'd say maybe 5 or 6 months ago, I had a dream. I was doing some emotional clearing with the father of my daughter, and I had a dream about me and him were in a car, and he was trying something to do with a social security card. I was trying to take a picture of Callista's social security card, but whenever I focused on it, it was that same little boy that I just told you about. And I've seen him in dreams before. Like he's my child. And I believe that in that reality, me and Callista's father, I don't know if he's the same soul. I don't know, but I know that we are multidimensional, and it's almost like if you imagine like a ball or like an octopi, like, okay, imagine an octopus and it's got its little tentacles, right? And each reality is a tentacle. Well, they're all going at the same time. So who okay, so this boy in this picture, I really believe it's my son in another life, which shares the same soul as Callista. Now, whenever you start going lighter in density, we're probably like the same, might even be the same person if you go into oversoul and monad. So yeah, that gets really really confusing whenever you come down from your higher self and you fragment off. You fragment into more and more pieces, like one being, or in a body or whatever, one conscious being in the ninth dimension or 13th dimension or whatever could be 10 people or 10 humans or more on this planet. Now, I know this is rudimentary understanding here, but I'm this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm learning is afterlife communication. It's not really that it's after somebody dies or whatever, but this is the soul navigation, and that's what I'm learning that meant. Now, I recently, just 2 nights ago, no, when was that? That was this morning. See, it all blends together. So I had a dream where because I asked my soul, please help me understand something that I'm not going to go into, but help me understand why I had that other dream. Why am I experiencing this? And I dreamt about a teenager with dark hair, a boy, that had died. I think he got shot or something happened, but he had died and he was dead. And so nobody else could see him, but I could see him, and then another kid or somebody else there could see him too. And I was noticing how this other person was talking to them, and then I changed like lenses or whatever, and the guy was talking to himself, like looked like a fool or whatever. But this boy, I was talking to him, and I said, "Did you see the white light yet?" That's what I had asked about, this thing that I saw. But anyway, it was, did you go into the white light yet? And he said, "No, I haven't." And I was like, well, and I think I was told him that he needs to do that or something. But this was more for my understanding of, what I what I dreamt on New Year's Eve that night. Some really strange happenings. But yeah, so, and it made me think, like, okay, if that boy died in this other reality, did he somehow come here in another form and reincarnate, like that soul incarnated into another body, or what happened? Because death isn't real, and it's another aspect of this. It turns into the walk-in thing, which I'm also trying to understand here. So I know that I experienced a walk-in that was activated in May of 2015. Now that's where a larger part of my soul, I'm a soul braid, and a larger part of my soul walked in to my body, and it's a braid, so married with this other part that was originally Carrie. And I know that that's like, whoa, that's a lot of weird information there, but um and I've had dreams where I see myself in a coffin, and I'm just like, did I die on this other reality? Because if I needed this larger fragment to walk into my body, then would I have had to have died to allow another fragment to come in and join me here? It's all very, ooh. But it makes me think of that band, Nerd, No One Ever Really Dies. I mean, that's so true. Now, let me look back here at my notes. Like, did I... Yeah, alive here, alive there. I mean, the soul is a wondrous thing, you know. I just wanted to talk about that. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else I wanted to say. Oh, that's good. It's a black Pico tea. Um, so yeah, family human of soul navigation. It really kind of helped me out here because now we'll say one more thing about the walk-in thing. I had an experience. I'm not going to say dream, but it was very vivid where I was walking with somebody on my right side, which I believed to be it was me. I was walking with myself, but it was another form. Um, and we were walking up to, it was like an open area. It was almost like desert like. I seem to remember brown, like a sands. And then there was a giant slab of, it was like an ancient carving. And there was a bird with a long beak on the right. The bird. And then there was a black, like a feline being, bipedal, being, a feline on the left. And I was looking at that, and it said, and this voice said, "That's you." Okay, well, it can't get it can't get any clearer than that. That's you. Okay, cool. So, ooh, that's warm. This heater over here. Yeah. So, this is what I wanted to talk about today. Yeah, I've had other dreams where where I had children, that died. And a lot of the fear that I have with, of course, that's every parent's biggest fear is losing their child, to accident or whatever, which I really don't believe in accidents, but I think a lot of that fear is written into my DNA, my blueprint. It's in my cellular memory because in one of my experiences, and I believe to be a past life, I don't know how that's different, but I saw my little girl get shot in front of me, and I lived. That right there, oh, my goodness. And that's a black woman. So I had another life, and it could be, I think I just figured it out. Yes. In that lifetime, I think is happening now, but that's what happened in her past. In her linear timeline, that's what happened. And that's why everything was black and white. But when she woke up in the hospital, I think I wrote about this in the blog, so go read about that. But it was very, very real. Like, I was feeling her emotions, and with our soul, we're tied in. So not all of the stuff that we're feeling, this fear of something happening to my daughter. Where's my daughter? Oh my God. It's coming. It's not all us. It's our soul. But at the end of the day, we share the same soul. I mean, we share the same, we're all one, but we're not. We're in individual consciousness, but it's hard to also understand what it means to be all one. What the hell does that mean? But we're all soul family. We all incarnate together in the same groups in each lifetime. So there really is no reason to fear anything. This white light. I will mention this. I had a dream on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Something about planets, and I'm not going to get too detailed, but I passed through this white light, and it was really bright, and I was told, look at it, don't, I just keep looking at the light. And when I did, and as it went over me, like it was like the most amazing, I almost want to say fuzzy, foamy, like all encompassing feeling. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, what is this? So anyway, and then I had that other dream about the little boy and the light. Did you go into the light yet? So if we're all just like light, like stars incarnate, like light incarnate. Anyway, I don't know. I could kind of go on and on about it, but that's really all I wanted to say about this. I mean, there's so much to it. There's so much I could say. I have this really incessant need to make everybody understand exactly what I mean, and I want to draw out every little detail, and that's why my blogs at first, my first blogs are like 10 pages long and really detailed, because it's like everybody needs to understand exactly what I mean, but I'm growing out of that. I'll just put it to you that way. I don't, everybody comes to their own understanding on their own terms, and I need to be okay with that. So you understand little bits and pieces that you need, and I don't have to be so long-winded. Anyway, okay, I gotta go. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you later. Bye.